All right, so the next topic is about force versus faith. All right, so what's the difference between force and faith? When you're forcing things in life, they come way harder. You end up, it'll work if your vision is clear enough. The force that you put behind it will work, but it's going to be a hard path, sister. It's going to be very difficult. It's you're going upstream, as Abraham Hicks always says. You're taking the hard path by going upstream. You want to go downstream, and downstream is always the easiest path, and it's when you allow faith to do its thing. Quick example, and I give examples of myself and I share them so that because I know when I'm giving an example, it's gonna, in your mind, you're gonna start thinking about your life and you're gonna start coming to a valid example that works for you. So recently I have bought this new software. It's called ClickFunnels, and it was a huge learning curve. It was one of the hardest things that I have done in a long time. Like, I think since my master's, it's been so difficult. And the learning curve in this whole entrepreneur journey has been really difficult but fun, whereas this ClickFunnels thing has just been really difficult. And it's because I had to learn marketing, and I was trying to add my storytelling, and I did add my storytelling with my marketing, but it was difficult to do, and that's where I started forcing it. So I started forcing forcing the message and the content. And when I say forcing, I was working 12-hour days, and I did this and I stopped going to the gym, I stopped going to yoga, and I did this for 3 months straight, like 3 months straight, because I wanted those funnels. It wasn't just the funnel, it's also Facebook ads, and there was a lot of learning and failure and learning and failure until it's finally working. But there was a lot of shit that I needed to do. So I stopped going to the gym. I wasn't eating good. I stopped going to yoga. I basically stopped any sort of fun that I had in my life. And my fun is honestly yoga. I meet my girlfriends for happy hours sometimes, but pretty boring. But that's fun to me. So I stopped doing that. I got sick. I got extremely sick. I started getting hives. I had to deal with hives for a month on and off, and I don't know where they were coming from. It was obviously my system. It was overloaded and stress, but that's what I started doing to my body. The weight gain, ugh. Well, I'm dealing with it. And the thing is though, because I'm not, and this is when you know you've elevated yourself, I just don't give a fuck about the weight gain. I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because it has also been a learning lesson. It's been a learning lesson for me. Like, I made myself uncomfortable through forcing myself, not only through business, but I didn't take care of myself. And now I'm dealing with the uncomfortable fact of all this fat on me, and I now have to, and now, which makes me appreciate, because I've never gained weight like this before. So, and you never know what you have until it's gone, and that is growth. So what I experienced was, shit, I like being skinny. Like, it made me feel good. I could do more. I enjoyed getting into whatever I wanted to wear and feeling good. I can't do that right now. So that's it forced me, but it was all a process. So when I was forcing work, the universe came in, smacked me across the face, was like, look at yourself. Is this you? Is this who you're comfortable with? All that work. Now I haven't worked for a week and a half because I just went through such exhaustion. And you know, it was the best experience I could have had, the universe smacking me, because this no work for a week and a half now, I feng shuied my house. I got rid of more things. So feng shuiing, so my love, my love relationship side is on the east. So this is the east side of my house. So I did things like I brought this guy. I've had him since it's like this 20 years I've had this. And because this is the east side and I'm ready for a difference in my life, I'm ready for a relationship. So this, when I'm sitting on the couch, reminds me, I can see this from the couch, and I put this guy with my two rose quartz crystals on the east side of my house. So it reminds me I am more than just my work. I am more than a builder, because that is part of my life's journey, is building. That's why I'm building Zen plus tonic and teaching. But it also reminds me, I want love too. I want balance. I'm ready. So I started feng shuiing my house, and now it's completely done and it feels good. But what that exhaustion and this week and a half off has done for me is I still have faith. I still know what I need to do. I knew, like, I stopped doing videos. So what's come to me is do more videos. This is part of your journey. The videos are what is going to create awareness to other people. And it wasn't until I rested and allowed faith to kick in, and I wasn't forcing everything. So that's the difference between force and faith. And, you know, really understanding what else do I love, and what's fun for me. What's fun for me is I enjoy watching my son play football. I stopped doing that, by the way. I didn't do that. I only went to one game so far. No, two games. So I'm going to do more of that. And dance. I want to learn African dance. So I started Googling. Yesterday I Googled, is there African dance in Vancouver? There's a place on Marine Drive. I am going to go. I don't care if it's going to take me 45 minutes to get there, but fuck it, I'm going. So it was like that. And you know what that's going to do? You're moving energy. My body was begging me to move, basically. So when you begin to move your energy around, you allow faith to come in. Faith comes in from the ether, and faith comes in from the ground. So it's from up and from the bottom, not just your top chakras, but your bottom chakras too. So that's what the difference between forcing and faith is. When you force something, it will come to fruition, but it's going to come at a cost. The cost can be your health. The cost can be loss of relationships. The cost can be a loss of friendships. It can be detrimental. It really can when you go upstream. The easiest path is always downstream, and it's usually when you add faith. Not usually, it is when you add faith, because when you add faith, faith will encourage you to have more fun. Faith will encourage you because you know that it's going to work regardless. So faith is always going to do what's best for you. Faith is going to guide you in a way, like my faith guided me in a way where my body was talking to me. Please take care of me. Please move me. Please let this stagnant energy from sitting on a chair all day has caused. And when the body started reacting and I was getting hives for a full month, it was after that. I still kept forcing myself to work. So it took me another month, and I'm aware. So that's why I did this vlog for you guys. If you are going through something like that, please have faith. Allow faith to enter. How do you allow faith to enter? That's why I sell soaps, basically. I know this is crazy, but I allow faith to enter first thing in the morning in my shower. And I use the aromatherapy from the soaps. I always use a certain soap. It depends on what my vision is. And for me, it's in the shower. It can be whatever for you. Also before bed, just guided meditations, and I put in a meditation before I go to bed. That is when I allow faith to enter, and that's why faith saved me. Took 3 months still, but I'm there now. Long vlogs today, don't know why. I filmed 4 so far. See, and the reason I keep moving spaces is because I don't want to change my shirt. I just don't want to. So I'm kind of bringing you to different corners of my house. I hope you enjoy it. Love you guys. Bye.